this is Jatin from Testing Gyan. So in our last video, we have discussed that what is Selenium. Selenium is nothing but a collection of client libraries. And if I talk about Java, it is present to us in the form of jars. So in this video, we are going to create one Java project and we are going to import all the Selenium libraries in that Java project. And we are going to see that how much beneficial it is to create Maven project over a Java project and difference between a Java and Maven project. So let's start.
So guys, here we are in Eclipse. Let me create a new project, new Java project. So make sure you select this Java SE 1.8 to avoid any issues while importing Selenium jars. So if it is by default Java SE 15 or 14, you just select this Java SE 1.8. Give your project name. So let me give project name as Selenium Practice. Click on next. Finish. Our project is created. I'll create one new package. Package name as Java Selenium. Now let me create a new class over here. First program. So first step is to instantiate your driver. So for instantiate driver, we will write web driver equals to new Chrome driver. Now whether this web driver is a class or an interface, and why I wrote web driver equal to new Chrome driver, can we write Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver or not? We'll discuss all these things, but let's understand that how can we import our Selenium jars within our project. So as you can see over here, it is giving me an error, multiple markers at this line. Chrome driver cannot be resolved a type, web driver cannot be resolved a type. This error I am getting because I haven't imported my Selenium jars in this project. So let me comment this. Let's import the Selenium jars. So firstly we have to download the Selenium jars. So for downloading Selenium jars, you have to go to selenium.dev downloads. And since we are writing our code in Java language, so hence we'll download this Java bindings. So for downloading the stable version, we'll click on this download. And as soon as it is downloaded, it will look like this. You have to unzip this, extract all. So here you can see there are two jars over here, and couple of jars over here. So we have to import all these jars in our project. So for importing jars, what we'll do, I'll right click on my project folder, go to properties, go to Java build path, libraries, add external jars. Now firstly I'll add these two jars, and I'll add these jars as well. Apply and close. Now if I uncomment it, if I hover over it, it is giving me an option of import web driver. So I'll click on that, import Chrome driver as well. So as you can see, now error is gone. So guys, you can see that I have downloaded the jars and I have imported those jars in my project. So you know it is a time consuming process. So let's say tomorrow I have to integrate TestNG, or if I have to use Cucumber in my project, then again I have to download those jars and import those jars in my project. So for this kind of scenario, we create Maven project instead of Java project. There are a lot of benefits of creating Maven project over Java project. One is that you don't have to manually download all the libraries and to import it in your project. You can define the dependency in your pom.xml file and it will be downloaded at runtime. So let's see how we can create Maven project in our Eclipse and how much beneficial will it be over this Java project. So I hope you're clear with this Java project, that if we don't want to create a Maven project, how we can create a Java project, how we can import all the libraries, and Now let's see that if I create a Maven project over here. So if you are using new Eclipse version or latest Eclipse version, then by default a Maven plugin will be there. If you are using old version, you can download it by clicking on this help Eclipse Marketplace. It will open something like this, and you can search over here Maven, and you can download it. So since I am using new version, so for me it is already installed, so I'll not install it again. So let me create Maven project. So again we'll go to this file, new project, and it will look something like this. I'll click on this Maven and Maven project. Workspace location is this. So here we have to select our template. Maven Quick Start template is the most used template in testing projects, so we'll download that one. We'll use that one. So here is this Quick Start template. You will select this, click on next. Now you will give group ID and artifact ID. So group ID, here you can relate group ID as your company and artifact ID as your team. So their overall company's project will be, your project will be subset of your company's project. So I'll type group ID as testing Gyan and artifact ID as Jatin's project. Click on finish. So our project is created. As you can see over here, guys, it has given me a really well structured folders over here. One is src main Java, src test Java, and heart of this Maven project is this pom.xml file. So you can see couple of dependency it has already defined over here. It has this JUnit dependency over here. Now let me show you. If I create one class over here, first program, and if I write driver equals to new Chrome driver, it is giving me error, and it is not giving me an option to import this WebDriver or even this Chrome driver. So for that, what we'll do, we'll just define the dependency over here, and Maven will do the rest. So to know that which dependency you have to copy, you can go to Maven official website, type the dependency which you want to use. Here we'll use this stable version. You just have to copy this and paste it over here. Make sure you are copying this and pasting this in this dependencies tag. So once it is done, click on save, go to your program, and now if you see, if you hover over here, it is building the dependencies. It is downloading the dependency. Let's wait for it to download the dependency. So once download is done, and now if you hover over here, it will give you an option of import WebDriver, and even for this one, import Chrome driver. So guys, as you can see that how much ease it is to use Maven project over Java project. You don't have to download any dependency, you don't have to download any jars, you don't have to import in your project again and again. Now let's say tomorrow if I have to use testng, then again I can go to Maven website. I can type testng over here. Click on search, it will give me a testng dependency. I can copy this and use it directly in my project. So this is the ease of using Maven project over Java project. Now let's understand why I wrote WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. So guys, to understand why I wrote this, first let's understand whether WebDriver is your class or an interface. So let me tell you guys, WebDriver is an interface. So what Selenium guys did, they have declared WebDriver as an interface. So interface, I'm just writing it to make you understand in better way. So and define couple of methods over here. without any body. So that's what is the feature of interface. So they have defined this get method. I am not concentrating yet on syntax, but I am just letting you know that they have defined couple of method over here without any body, or find element, or many other method you can think of. And it is up to now this classes, this Chrome driver or Firefox driver or IE driver, that how they want to implement it. So now when these classes implements this WebDriver interface, they have to define all the methods which are defined over here. That is functionality of if you implement interface in class. So hence, and as I have already explained in my Java video, that you cannot create object of your interface, but you can create reference. And now the question is why I wrote WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, and why I didn't write Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver. Will it be wrong or will it be right? So this is not wrong, but since I don't want to limit, this is not wrong, see I am not getting any error. Since I don't want to limit my execution only on Chrome driver, so what I'll do while creating the framework, I'll just declare it and I'll use this driver to whichever browser I want to execute my test cases on. So I can write driver equals to new Chrome driver, or if I, let's say tomorrow, if I have to if I have to run my test cases on Firefox, then I can write driver equals to new Gecko driver, and similarly for IE and other browsers. Hence I wrote this driver equals to new Chrome driver. So guys, for better understanding, I have created one diagram for all of you. Let's see that diagram. So here is the diagram. Here you can see these green highlighted ones are interface and blue highlighted ones are classes. So you can see over here that WebDriver is an interface, whereas your Chrome driver and your Firefox drivers are your classes. Hence we implement the WebDriver. Hence it cannot be written as WebDriver driver equal to new WebDriver, sorry, because we cannot create object of an interface, but we can create a reference. Hence we wrote WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. Or in the case if you want to run for Firefox, we can write WebDriver driver equals to new Gecko driver or Firefox driver. I hope guys now you get understanding that what is WebDriver, what is Chrome driver, what is Firefox driver. And so let's move back to our Eclipse and let's see at what other step we have to perform for launching our browser. So now we have written this WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. Now we have to tell our script that at which place in our system this Chrome driver is placed. So for that I'll download the Chrome driver. So for downloading Chrome driver, you can simply go on your browser. Make sure you download the driver with respect to your browser version. So here we are. For that I will just click on this. Since my Chrome version is 90, hence I'll download this one. You can download with respect to your browser version. If you are on Windows, you can download this one. If you are on Mac, you can download this one, and similarly for other operating systems. So I'm on Windows, I'll download this one. That doesn't matter whether your system is 64-bit or 32-bit, you will download this one. So again we have to extract it. Now we have to tell our script that Chrome driver is here on my system. So we have to give the path of Chrome driver in our script. Let me go to Eclipse. So here I'll type system.set, and this set property, here we'll write WebDriver.Chrome.driver, and in second parameter we'll give the path of this Chrome driver. Chrome driver.exe, And now we have defined in our script that where our Chrome driver is. So I can now type driver.get and https www.google.com. So before executing this program, guys, let me tell you, at this statement it will open our Chrome browser, and at this statement it will navigate to google.com. So let me run it. So as you can see, it opened my browser and it redirected it to google.com. So since I have not closed the driver in my script, hence this driver session will remain open. So if you want to close the driver from the script directly, you can use driver.close or driver.quit as well. I'll tell you the difference between driver.close and driver.quit in our coming videos, but for now you can use driver.close. So I am closing the old version which we have not closed from our script. So now if I run this, in fraction of seconds it will open this google.com and it will close it. So you can use this driver.close for now. So guys, as you can see that we have downloaded the Chrome driver and we have defined the path of Chrome driver in our script. So this is also extra bit of task. So in our next video we can see that how we can directly do it with the help of Maven dependency, which we define in this pom.xml. So for now, I hope that you guys are clear with that, how you can create your Maven project, or how you can instantiate your driver, and how you can launch the browser with your Selenium script. So if in case you have any doubt, just mention in the comment section of this video and we'll get back to you. Thank you guys.